For years, Usher's rise to fame was sold as a fairy tale. A gifted kid, the right mentors, and a fast track to stardom. But now, pieces of that story are starting to sound a lot darker. As Usher opens up about his early days around Diddy, questions are resurfacing about what he really had to give up to make it in the industry. People close to Diddy are speaking again, too. Gene Deal, who was around during those years, has been pulling back the curtain on what life was like behind closed doors. From strange stories about daily routines to claims that Diddy treated young talent like property, the picture being painted is uncomfortable to say the least. And according to Gan, none of it happened in a vacuum. He says Clive Davis played a major role in shaping Diddy's decisions and the environment around him.
He learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's gonna make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then.
Now, with Usher finally breaking his silence and old stories lining up in new ways, Diddy is under more pressure than ever. What really went on at Flavor Camp? How much control did powerful people like Clive Davis have over Usher's childhood? And why do these details seem to matter more now than ever? We will answer all that and more in this video. First, let's start off with what happened at Puffy's Flavor Camp and all the things Usher might possibly have witnessed given he's already brought it up once.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to something
City.
called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So
it was
nobody
crazy.
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't
But
say
you
that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man, Faith Evans,
your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
When Usher was only 13 years old, his life changed fast. Diddy became his legal guardian and took control of his early career while producing his first album. At an age when most kids are worried about school and friends, Usher was suddenly living in adult spaces surrounded by people, situations, and pressure far beyond his years.
Thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed, at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the f did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was stupid. Listen,
having a good time, yo.
Years later, Usher admitted that being under Diddy's wing exposed him to things a child shouldn't have to process. In 2004, during the era of Usher's Confessions album, Usher said in a Rolling Stone interview that Diddy introduced him to a totally different set of sex specifically. Usher noted that sex is so hot in the industry, man, and remembered that in Diddy's home, there was always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an, or you never knew what was going to happen. He explained that the environment pushed him into grown-up experiences before he was emotionally ready. The industry moved fast, and so did his loss of innocence. Usher continued saying that he wouldn't pass on any of the advice Diddy gave him. He framed it as something he survived rather than something that consumed him, making it clear he had to actively protect himself from being pulled under by it all.
They play Usher Confessions. Confess that Lifetime Achievement Award was a hush payment for your asshole and all of the many years of abuse. That wasn't no lifetime. I'm still mad. People say, why you say that about Usher?
Oh, okay. So
I'm mad that people aren't more mad at Usher.
For what?
Because somewhere along the way he went from a victim to a procurer to a head turner. Like, let's just be honest about Usher. Is he a victim or is he a cooperating agent?
I think we saw the moment he turned into.
Let's be honest.
It's when Diddy put his arm around him and said,
we all know
hey,
that chili was a PR relationship. We know that, right? That chili wasn't real. Him and Chili.
Oh yeah, you said Chili. That
wasn't. Who believes that was real?
I don't. Hands? No hands? Okay, all right.
Now, it all looked cute. Older, hot, sexy woman, younger guy. And both very good-looking people.
Yes.
So how the he ended up with that after that?
His baby mama?
And she was old.
Let's be clear. He was still a young man. Let's be clear. He was still a young man and he was Usher. So if there was vanity involved, how the you go from Chili to that? And don't say it's true love.
Still, survival doesn't mean untouched. Growing up that way can shape how someone views trust, power, relationships, and control. It can force maturity before a person is ready and leave emotional weight that only becomes clear years later. That's why fans paid attention in 2024 when Usher suddenly wiped his social media clean. Even though it was later explained away, the timing made people wonder whether he was trying to hide something.
Usher deleted all of his tweets after the allegations about Diddy. And we saw Diddy do the same thing with his Instagram just a couple months before the feds arrested him. And I feel like there was something on Twitter he really didn't want us to see, because why would you mass delete all of your tweets after you are being named in all of these allegations with Diddy? Dawn Richards' lawsuit against Diddy accused Usher and Neo of being there and watching when Diddy forcefully punched Cassie in the stomach, causing her to double over in visible pain. Dawn Richards said at this point, this is when she felt very unsafe because she noticed the amount of power Diddy had, because these celebrities never said anything about Diddy committing this crime and they just continued to work with him after this. And that's not all. We also have the allegations of Usher being the one to bring Justin Bieber to Diddy, and this is circulating like crazy, and you cannot tell me that he has not seen this. The same crazy allegations are being brought up in Kim Porter's book, how she allegedly found these tapes that Diddy had, and she's talking about a young pop star, which a lot of people are thinking is Justin Bieber. So the fact that Usher would do something so publicly like this when he is being scrutinized all over the internet really makes me think that there was something deep down that we were not supposed to see. And some people are thinking because of this that Usher might be the celebrity that's going to testify against Diddy. And I honestly don't know, but that really doesn't make sense to me why Usher would mass delete all of his tweets if he's being brought in as a witness against Diddy. And after all of these allegations about Usher being spread like wildfire all over, the fact that he would mass delete these tweets because he's a witness really doesn't make sense to me. It's more like you were mass deleting stuff because you didn't want people to start digging and find.
Gene Deal explains that Usher didn't just grow up around one powerful person. He grew up around many adults in the music industry who knew exactly how young he was. They saw what was happening, stayed quiet, and kept pushing him forward anyway. Instead of protecting him, they treated him like an investment. After those early years, Usher suddenly started getting everything. The best songs, the biggest chances. He was being shaped into a star while still carrying things no kid should have.
People believed that, Usher was by Diddy.
He wasn't only by Diddy, he was by L.A. Reid, the rest of them too, man. Because they knew what happened. Then they came out and brought him back, and all of a sudden, he's getting all the great tracks. He's getting all the songs. They making him into this star, even though he may have been a.
They seem to be pretty good friends.
Well, they probably is.
I mean, they did a lot of work together, man, throughout their whole career. Puff was early in his career. Puff and Usher were working together when Usher was just a kid, all the way up. I mean, I think there's videos from not too long ago when they were together, and Puff is making jokes about how they used to wrestle for the Frosted Flakes in the morning, and
yeah, I bet they did. Somebody frosted somebody frosted somebody flakes. Without the milk.
What do you think it is that keeps Usher from coming out or saying anything?
Because, dog, you got to realize in that industry, a lot of people stand back and say, well, it happened to me. That's how some of them people pay their dues. And the people who don't go down like that don't be as great as the Ushers, as the Diddys. It's a way of passage to certain people in the entertainment business.